do you describe the Nigerian situation? Except by a curse. How can there be so much money and so much poverty? What a paradox.
Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Perez Ganeyu. I have no doubt in me that this video you're about to watch is going to be a blessing. So please go ahead to like, share, drop your comment, and of course subscribe. And also do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you can get notified when I drop any other video. Thank you so much. Please do enjoy the video.
Prosperity that God promised Abraham was to launch him into charity. It is charity that perpetuates prosperity. It is charity that guarantees prosperity with posterity. And in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. In thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed. And then in chapter 22 and verses 17 and 18, when God spoke to Abraham, he said, by myself have I sworn that in blessing I will bless thee, in multiplying I will multiply thee, and thy seed shall possess the gates of their enemies, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. In thy seed. So Abraham's seed are to be a blessing to the nations. Not just to the church, to the nations of the earth. In thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. Abrahamic blessing is not about having what to eat and what to drink. Bless God for that. But it goes beyond that. It is to be a blessing to the needy around you, a blessing to the church, and then a blessing to the families of the earth. A blessing to the household of faith, and then a blessing to the nations of the earth. As far as your eyes can see, it shall be given unto you. Abrahamic's order of prosperity is not about having what to eat, what to drink, what to wear. It's about going beyond that. Food to the hungry, clothing to the naked, shelter to the homeless, taking care of the sick. As far as your eyes can see, unto you will I give it. So the seed of Abraham's, they are destined to be a blessing to the nations of the earth. So when God made a promise to Abraham, he gave him the purpose for that blessing. And thou shalt be a blessing, and in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Thank God for his blessings on our life. It is time for these blessings to begin to find expression and fulfill the purpose of God for it. The Bible said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Let's stop thinking blessings. Let's start thinking how to bless. Let's stop thinking blessings. Let's start thinking how to bless. That is the way to enlarge His blessings in your life. Let's stop thinking blessings. Let's think how to bless, and His blessings will not stop flowing. There is He that scattereth and yet increaseth. Proverbs 11:24. And is He that withholdeth more than is required and intends more unto penury. The liberal soul shall be made fat. Verse 25 of it. And he that watereth shall himself be watered back unto. The liberal soul is not permitted to suffer lack. The more liberal you are, the more prosperous you become. As far as your eyes can see. And I'm talking about the eyes of your understanding. I'm talking about the eyes of your mind. He said, whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them that believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. As far as your eyes can see. And I mean the eyes of your understanding. The Bible said, and the eyes of your understanding being enlightened. Ephesians 1:17 and 18. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. I'm talking about the eyes of your mind. I'm talking about the eyes of your understanding. As far as your eyes can see, unto thee will I give it, and unto thy seed after thee. It's so important for you and I to recognize that God's blessings in your life and my life is limited to our capacity to bless. We will never be blessed beyond our capacity to bless. So our capacity to bless is what determines how much blessings can be entrusted into our hands. He said, if therefore you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who shall commit to your trust the true riches? Who shall commit to your trust the true riches? Who shall commit to your trust the true riches? Who shall commit to your trust? Luke 16 verse 11. So his riches is entrusted to those he can entrust to apply it for the purpose for which he gives it. You are first a blessing from the place where you are, and then your territory of blessing begins to enlarge. 1984, in our church, the offering for that Sunday morning was 10 naira. A needy brother was in the church that needed 10 naira. So all the 10 naira was given to him. Sunday morning offering was 10 naira. Somebody was in need of 10 naira. The whole of 10 naira was given to. So God was convinced these ones are not preaching to collect money. They are ministering to be a blessing. So he can't stop blessing us. When I saw the record, I laughed. Ebueme was the one who wrote it. I laughed. I said, 10 naira. That man was the high priest for that day. We gave him the 10 naira alone. The pastor had no one kobo. The assistant had no one kobo. The counters had no one kobo. They counted the money and gave it to him. I know how long it takes to count 10 naira offering. Amen. You know what God said to Abraham? I know him, that will command his children to walk in my ways. God knows you. He knows what you won't do. He knows. Don't say, God, try me now. He said, I already know. There's no point trying. I already know what you can't be entrusted with. I know. I know him. He said, for I know him, that he will command his children to walk in my ways. I know him. Is there anybody that God does not know? There's no one. We have maintained a welfare budget from the beginning, and it enlarges according to the needs of the hour. Yet we have not lacked. For he that considereth the poor shall not lack. Proverbs 28 and verse 27. Nothing perpetuates prosperity like charity. Nothing perpetuates prosperity like charity. He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his face shall have many a cause. When you are not giving to charity, you become a victim of a cause. Struggles without end. I'd like us to understand the Abrahamic blessing is a responsibility for charity. What was behind the enviable fortune of Job? Charity. Job 29 verse 4. As it was in the days of my youth, when the secret of God was upon my tabernacle, I washed my feet with butter, the rock poured out rivers of oil for me. Why? Because I delivered the poor that cry. Because. So there was a reason. The financial fortune of Job was rooted in his commitment. Look at verse 12. Because I delivered the poor that cry, and the fatherless, and him that had none to help him. Because that was the root of his enviable fortune. He described the enviable dimension of his financial fortune from that verse 1 all the way to verse 11. And then he gave the reason in verse 12. Because I delivered the poor that cried, and the fatherless, and him that has none to help him. What is behind the ever-blossoming prosperity of American nation? Charity. Charity. When the tsunami struck in Indonesia, within 3 weeks, America gathered $1 billion from the public. From the public. He that considereth the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his face shall have many a cause. People commit their entire life savings to caring for children who are disabled. There are 1 million NGOs in America as of 2006. They employ 10% of the entire workforce in America. Charity. 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 That is the reason for the curse on many nations. The curse. How can budget be built on $28 or $38 and now you are selling at $108 and there is no change? There is no explanation. There is no charity anywhere in the face of anybody from head to toe. That's the reason. Even the poor in our various domains are ignored. Who then looks at someone outside? That's why. And the scriptures cannot be broken. He that considereth the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his faith shall live under a curse. What a curse! All the roads bad. The devil's having a field day. A rich country, no vehicles for police. No ammunition, no arms. The entire security system broken down. Even political leaders are killed day and night that they can't find who they are. Who cares? That's why covenant people should rise up to stand in the gap. That's why your kind of ministry is here, to stand in the gap for Africa, to avert the cause. Everything that strikes in Africa, they look to the West for help. But our ministry has risen up to stand in the gap. Can I hear your loudest amen? Because I delivered the poor that cry, and the fatherless, and him that has none to help him. Because there is no blessing without a reason. Every blessing of God on your life is brought about by a particular step you have taken. And Job became the greatest of all men in the East. Beginning from 20th of January, God has been speaking to me very heavily on this subject. The subject of a company of people who will stand in the gap to avert the cause. How are we going to avert the cause? By committing to servicing the needs of the poor across the nations of the earth. Victims of war and natural disaster. People who are displaced and thrown out and have nowhere to live. 600,000 people homeless in Kenya. Rwanda is still ravaging under pressure. Most people live in holes like rats. That is the reason for his fortune upon his people. And he said it to make it easy, from the place where thou art. So if I stand here tonight and I said, we are providing 200 little homes in Rwanda, it's costing so much, we should have that in 1 minute. That's how to avert the cause. And I'll be giving you details of this foundation that we are setting up. We are going to rear up an altar that will move God to avert the cause on our land. You know what happened? The Bible said that Noah reared up an altar and made the sacrifice of every clean fowl and every clean beast. Not corrupt money, clean fowl and clean beast. Clean. Everybody say clean. Not stolen money, clean, clean. Money that comes as a blessing from God, clean money. And God said in his heart, after he smelled the sacrifice, I will no longer cause the earth for man's sake. In our own time and this year, as the Lord liveth, God will avert the curse on our land.
Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. I believe you have been tremendously blessed. Please do not forget to like, share, drop a comment, and of course, please subscribe and also turn on your notification bell so you can get notified when I drop any other video. My name is Praise Ganiu. Thank you so much for watching.